All right, in this episode of Buy, List, Sell, I want to tell you about the rest of my experience searching for Chaos Rising on release weekend. And then I want to show you one of the biggest buys that I've ever done of sealed product. It's nearly $1,400 worth of product. A little nervous about it. If it's your first time here, I'm Kirk and this is Cardboard Nerd, and I'm excited to share with you every week or two what we're buying, what we're listing, and what we're selling. Okay, as I mentioned, I made my way to the Target. I'll show a clip here from the live where I pull up and yell at some people from the car to see if there's any chance of getting product. So as you can see there, that was about double the line that was there from Perfect Order. So I knew immediately when I pulled up, this is an exciting set. People are excited for it. People showed up in droves. I mean, for this location, it's really small, so it was double the amount of people. I knew people were excited about Chaos Rising. Again, this Target allowed you to buy 2 of everything. So I was about the 30th person in line. I think they had about 50 ETBs. So those were gone by the time I got up there. They might have had 100 booster bundles. So I was able to get 2 of those and 2 packs. That's, and then 2 of the 3-pack hangers. And so a small amount of product. And then I immediately got in the car and went over to Best Buy. So by this time, after checking out at Target, it was about 8:30 in the morning. I make it over to Best Buy, maybe 8:45. Our local Best Buy opened at 10. So I get in line. There I was about the 80th person in line. But at this Best Buy, they only let you buy 1 of each product. One of the fun things though is when I got in line, my buddy from work happened to stand right behind me. So I was there about an hour and 15 minutes before the store opened. So yeah, so it was great. He was in line with me, so we were able to just talk Pokemon for the whole time, which made the time pass really fast. But the one thing with this Best Buy, they changed up their process. They gave everybody a ticket for each of the item that they were allowing you to buy 1 of. So they had the ETBs, they had the booster bundles, they had sleeve packs, everything they let you buy 1 of, but they let everybody in 10 people at a time. So the store opened at 10. Mind you, again, I was there, maybe it was closer, 8:45 or so, but I remember waiting in line for about an hour and a half. And then when the store opened, it was another like 35, 40 minutes till I got into the store to buy. That Best Buy is really, every single person that walks in, they try and sell you on their credit card, and it just slows down the whole process. The Target was in and out, in and out. So looking back, it's like 4 or 5 hours. I ended up with 1 ETB, 2 booster bundles, a couple packs. It was a lot of time, but it was great to get it for the collection. And then that day I opened up one of the my pack-a-day challenges that we've been doing, and I pulled the full art heavy or extra large ice cream, which funny card in itself, but it actually really does pop, and it has a really cool 3D effect. I'll show it on screen if I can. So yeah, so that was Chaos Rising, really exciting. But for this episode also, our website has launched. So I'm looking at how do I source more content, more product to put on the website. And I just secured the largest deal that I've ever done. It's nearly $1,400. Almost all of it's at market price though. So I can't necessarily put it on the site immediately because, people will say scalper, blah, blah, blah. But as the market matures, I think we'll be golden with the pickups. So let me walk you through some of those right here. So let me show you. All of this is sealed. I got it for around $1,400. I'm not gonna step through every single box, but 2 Chaos Rising, which I always think this is the way the box is, but that's actually upside down because the ninja's spinning around. So I got 2 of those, 14 booster bundles, right? Almost 45 a piece for those, so definitely paid up. And let me know in the comments if I got completely smoked. Phantasmal Flames, ETB. And by the way, I don't condone looking through your product in public. Don't know what might happen. But we're on camera, so hopefully that'll save us in case anything happens. 2 Charizard UPCs. If you don't know what's inside those, there you are. By the way, those are probably the most minty I've seen. Perfect Order, everybody's most favorited set. If you know, you know. And one mega, wow, it pops in the sun, huh? The Gardevoir. People like the Lucario one, but here we go. None of these are PC. So yeah, that's it, 1400. All right, so I listed these all recently as GX and the Drampa. And then this is from Surging Sparks, the black Kyurem, and the Glaceon V sticking his butt out in his 25th anniversary Rocket Zapdos, which looks amazing. I love that card. And then these Cosmo Energies. Look at all these swirls in this steel. Just pops in the video. Anyway, these are captivating. But yep, hopefully these will find new homes soon. All right, and then I'm doing these pack a day challenges and got this secret box here. So I listed this for, I think, $9.99 or maybe $11.99, somewhere between there. But yeah, looks great, nicely centered. Hopefully someone picks this up, TCG player. All right, here's what we listed recently. These Articuno, these are from the December Christmas calendar or Advent calendars. One's open, one's sealed. Put those as near mint. And then a bunch of Magic cards. Of course, I still don't know much about modern day Magic. I think I put light plate on all of these. I do know that players, though, are a little more lenient with the quality. So we listed those, and then we also listed these. You'll see a mixture of different years from the 10th anniversary or 2011. But yeah, there's a gold one. Yeah, if you don't know Magic, the art is sick. I mean, look at that. Very more adult-like than what you would get with Pokemon. And what is he doing there? Oh, he's got both his pulled eyes out. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, listed all these as well. All right, today we just sold this Toxicity from Rebel Clash, 91 cents. And then in a single order, sold this Mewtwo and Glaceon V. The Mewtwo is, of course, from Scarlet and Violet, and Crown Zenith, or Zenith, however you pronounce it. $1.22 for the Meowth, and $1.97 for the Glaceon. Interesting thing is this buyer buys from me a lot. I think they repackage or try grading these and then sell those like blind slabs, but we will never know. Either way, I appreciate them. They buy almost weekly. All right, in this order, I sold these 3 Magic cards, Oust, Lindenmeyer, and this foil. I marked this one as damaged, Mountain. Sold all these for $2.47, 24 cents, 44 cents, and $1.79. I'm still trying to figure out how to get people to purchase more than the $5. I'm giving free shipping on $5 or over, but this order was only $2.47, so they missed out on the free shipping. But yeah, I marked this foil as damaged because I think there's like a little dent up there. Dirty, of course. A lot of these cards, these older cards are like that. All right, and I sold this 2011 Pyretic Ritual for $6 on eBay. Plain white envelope, took an offer on it. I think I had it for $6.49 and they offered me $6 and I said, heck yeah, so sending this one out as well. All right, we sold this Diabolic Tutor for $3.62. Light played foil. And I've been wishing for people to buy more cards at once, and here's this lot of Magic. Sold for $5.12, so they did really good getting the free shipping. This is a mixture of near mint, light played to heavy played cards. I think this is the most expensive card, the Relentless Rats, for $2.90. Oddly, they only bought one of each, so I'm not sure if they're master setting or they have some of these cards, but I don't really know how Magic works anymore in the latest meta, if you buy multiple of one card to play in a deck or not. But either way, excited for them to get these cards. All right, and 151 is still hot. Sold this lot of Reverse Holos, all near mint, and this EX Golem for $5.01. So they did a good job also getting free shipping. They are probably most likely master setting, and I wish them luck. Okay, and we sold this Sandaconda V from Fusion Strike for $6.98. So free shipping included, of course, but really nice, clean copy. And I pulled a bunch of this when I used to rip full booster boxes of cards. I don't particularly like the Sandaconda. I mean, look, they're rolling past a radiator, but either way, hopefully they enjoy it. They might need it for their master set. But the card's been going up in value, so if you have some of these stashed away, you should probably think about parting with it. All right, and then we sold this Cerulege for $19.01. Free shipping, of course. Really clean, near mint copy. Possibly a little off center, but the card looks beautiful in person. It's really dark. On the camera, the contrast is like brightened a lot, but it's a very moody card, and you see like one eyeball there staring right back at you. So don't mess with Cerulege. All right, we've been on a streak lately. This Vileplume, what do you call it? Vileplume from 151 Reverse Holo sold for 72 cents. This Black Kyurem EX from Surging Sparks sold for $2.89. I love this card, actually. I think it's pretty cool. And then in one order, I sold these three 151s, the Jinx EX, Light Played, Zapdos EX, and Venusaur EX. So sold all three of those for $40.96. And then the big hitter, the raddest card, or one of the best out of Crown Zenith, the Zoroark. Sometimes you just gotta roll with it. Vstar sold this for $35.96. Near mint. I think the centering's pretty darn good. Funny enough, the buyer sent me a message because they thought they saw a hair right there, but I said, we all good, so shipping this out. Sent them a photo before we sent out, but I think we're good to go. Look at that little hollow touch there. That's nice. All right, I just sold these banger cards here, 151 Ninetales EX for $13.99 on eBay, and plus $1 or 79-cent shipping plain white envelope. And then this Zeraora VMAX from Crown Zenith. Sold this for, I think, $17.99 off of TCG Player, which I am no longer selling anything really over $5 on TCG Player. I mostly post any content there on eBay because I can ship under $19.99 for 79 cents. That said, this is a sick art. In fact, Zeraora is a Pokemon that maybe I should check out and see if they have other cool art. Anyway, I think this is really cool. All right, we sold this Zamazenta V from Crown Zenith for 79 cents. I'll show the Aura quote next. But the Arcanine Cosmic Holofoil for $3.98 off eBay. And then the Oricorio EX. This is from that Mega Charizard box that I've been doing the pack-a-days from. But I sold this one because the centering was so off, and it just couldn't be in my personal collection, but otherwise the card's pretty darn minty and beautiful. Shinja Kanja. All right, we have some banger cards here that we sold. This Lumineon near mint, $16.98. And then the Pikachu, $30, but light played. I think, yeah, there's like a little chip right there that I just couldn't mark it as near mint. But otherwise the card's pretty darn good. It's centering on the front, looks really nice. Great binder card. $30 for this, shipped through eBay. Yep, these are both beautiful, stunning cards from Crown Zenith. All right, this is what sold today. We have this Chimichio. It sold for $4.39. And Ruincluse. This one sold for $10.89. If you struggle with some Pokemon names, by the way, I've been told you just wing it and go for it very confidently. So don't do how I do it. But this one's a little easier. The Tangela from 151, and this one sold on eBay for $12.98. And near mint, You can see the centering is just great on on the back. Maybe a little left on the left, but look at them swing, huh? They're just having a heyday out in the park. All right, we just sold both these Crown Zenith, the Radiant Charizard for $13 on eBay, as well as this beautiful Mew for $42 on eBay. Plain white envelope, $6 shipping. The Radiant is pretty dark, but it pops in real life. And the Mew just has endless little finds in there. If you keep looking, there's just more Pokemon, near and far. All right, sales are back up again, and I sold this Nidoking from 151. This is the Reverse Holo for 86 cents. I have some holos and reverse holos, and these dark energy Pokemon are really hard to tell, so I had to be really careful making sure I pulled the right one. And then this Trailblazers boots from Magic the Gathering, the Zendikar set, sold for $199. All these are near mint. And then these are pretty cool. I'm excited to sell these actually. Are two Plasma Storm Team Plasma. I sold both these near mint for $4.14 each, actually. So let me know what you think. Great. I'm looking. I might contact the seller here because I do see kind of two nicks here. Yeah, yep. Okay, well, it's good that I'm recording these and looking at them more carefully because I did not see this in the past. You can see there's some whitening right there. So I would not call these near mint now after all. All right, sales seem to be picking back up again. This is the True Believer Magic card, I think from the 10th anniversary and or 10th edition. Sold this for $1.37 on TCG Player. And then we have more from Magic 10. I guess this is from 2010, so some Ball Lightnings. Sold that for 41 cents, heavily played. This Island, let's see, foil. Sold this for 75 cents. These two Lava Darts, $1.09 each. And then these two Lightning Bolts from 2011 Magic. Sold these for $109 each. Light played on these, moderate played on these. Tell me what you think. We just sold this Salamence from XY Roaring Skies. It's a really cool card, 67 cents. I put heavily played. It's not damaged. It doesn't have any like wrinkles or folds, just some heavy wear on the back. I figured the age, heavy played makes sense. But it's a really cool reverse holo. You can see there, the dragon energy. And some of you may not have seen this artwork before. I thought it was pretty cool. It looks like the ground would be like this. So he's swooping through. Anyway, it's a pretty cool one. All right, we just sold this Scizor Full Art from Obsidian Flames for $14.98 on eBay. They paid the white envelope shipping. Beautiful card, but I gotta say in person, it is really hard to see this artwork unless you're in really, really bright light. Even with the window and the light on top of it, it's really hard to see, but through the camera, it looks really three-dimensional. I love how the hollows behind the Pokemon, and it makes it pop. But I gotta say, this is a rare card because in person, I don't think it looks as nice as it does on camera. Or sometimes you have the opposite effect, where a card looks nicer than it does, like at least in a photo. Either way, cool stuff. Hopefully they enjoy it in their collection. All right, if you watched to the end, we have a new goal on the channel. We want to grow to 500 subscribers. So please, if you found this entertaining, please like and subscribe. And if you have any questions for us, anything from, can you get this product, or what's your favorite card, leave it in the comments. And on that, if you watched till the very end, why don't you put down who's your favorite Pokemon? Don't pick Pikachu, don't pick Charizard. Let's go for one of the top, non-top 5. All right, leave it in the comments. We'll see you the next episode. All right, bye.